हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? बच्चों, आज हम आपके लिए लाए हैं 10th क्लास की हिस्ट्री। वो भी वन शॉट में, एक ही वीडियो में सारी हिस्ट्री खत्म करेंगे और आपको चैप्टर नहीं पढ़ाएंगे, हम इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन आंसर्स कराएंगे। सो बी रेडी विद योर कॉपी एंड पेन। तो तैयार हो जाइए। इंडिया एंड द कंटेम्प्रेरी वर्ल्ड टू इंग्लिश मीडियम में है ये। हिंदी मीडियम के बच्चों के लिए अलग से दूसरा वीडियो लेकर आएंगे। तो इससे पहले हमारे चैनल को आप लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर दीजिए। इस वीडियो को भी आगे बढ़ते हैं, अपने फ्रेंड्स में शेयर जरूर कीजिएगा। ठीक है, हमारा फॉर्मेट रहेगा, ऑनलाइनर क्वेश्चंस भी होंगे और लॉन्ग क्वेश्चंस भी होंगे, राइट। तो इसके बाद आपको कुछ और हिस्ट्री में पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है 10th सीबीएसई एग्जाम बोर्ड के लिए आपको। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं। देखिए, सबसे पहले है 1 मार्क रिवीजन क्वेश्चंस हैं। कुछ पहले हम ऑल ओवर क्वेश्चंस देख लेते हैं, 1 लाइनर और 1 मार्क वाले। उसके बाद हम चैप्टर वाइज क्वेश्चंस को देखेंगे। फर्स्ट है ईयर ऑफ फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन। कौन सा है? 1789। कैपिटल ऑफ यूनाइटेड इटली, रोम। फाउंडर ऑफ यंग इटली, मैज़नी। फर्स्ट प्रिंटेड बुक, बाइबल। दांडी मार्च, ईयर 1930। Now, one-liner questions. What is nationalism? In one sentence, a sense of belonging and unity among people of a nation. Name one effect of World War I on India. Economic hardship and forced recruitment. Who was Bismarck? He was architect of German unification. What was Satyagraha? Non-violent resistance based on truth. Why was the Simon Commission opposed? Because it had no Indian members. Why did peasants join national movement? Because of high taxes, forced cultivation and poverty. What was the role of Mahatma Gandhi in nationalism? He unified masses using non-violence and satyagraha. Why did industrialists support nationalism? They wanted protection from foreign competition. How did novels promote nationalism? By portraying national history and culture. Why was print seen as a threat by authorities? Because it spread revolutionary ideas. Name any two symbols used by nationalists. तो nationalist ने कौन से symbol use किए थे? That is national flag, allegorical female figure. Which movement started in 1920? It was non-cooperation movement. Who wrote Hind Swaraj? Mahatma Gandhi. What does Bharat Ratna symbolize? It's unity and nationalism of India. Name one Indian newspaper during freedom struggle. It was Young India or Kesari. Now, chapter-wise questions. देखते हैं. The rise of nationalism in Europe. This is your first chapter, and here is its questions and answer also. What was the Zollverein? क्या था Zollverein? Zollverein was a customs union formed in 1834 under the leadership of Prussia. It abolished tariff barriers and facilitated economic unity among German states. Next question. Who was Frederick Sorio? Frederick Sorio was a French artist who visualized a world of democratic and social republics through a series of paintings in 1848. तो जो आपने पिक्चर्स देखी थी ना, उसमें वो इसी राइट पेंटर के थे, क्या नाम है इनका? फ्रेडरिक सोरियो. What did liberalism stand for in 19th century Europe? It was liberalism stood for freedom, equality before law, representative government and individual rights. How did culture play a role in creating nationalist feeling? तो कल्चर कैसे रोल प्ले करता है नेशनलिज्म को लाने में? Because of language, folk songs, folk dances, and national symbols helped unite people and strengthen nationalist sentiments. Next question. Explain the role of women in nationalist movements. Women participated actively, formed political associations, but were denied voting rights and political equality. Explain the causes of nationalism in Europe. Point-wise. End of feudalism, rise of liberalism, economic unity, role of culture, French Revolution. तो क्या क्या हुआ? Causes of nationalism क्या है? किसकी वजह से nationalism आया? Because end of feudalism हुआ, rise of liberalism है, economic unity, role of culture and French Revolution. Explain the role of the French Revolution in the rise of nationalism in Europe. तो French Revolution का क्या रोल था? The French Revolution of 1789 played a crucial role in the emergence of nationalism in Europe. आपको ये लाइन लिखना आना चाहिए, उसके बाद पॉइंट्स आप लिख सकते हैं. It introduced the ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The concept of nation state emerged, where sovereignty rested with the people, not monarchs. The revolutionaries replaced the royal flag with the tricolor, composed national hymns, and promoted a common identity. French armies carried these ideas to other parts of Europe, spreading nationalism. Feudal privileges were abolished, creating a sense of unity and equality. Thus, the French Revolution laid the foundation of modern nationalism in Europe. Next question है, how did culture help in the growth of nationalism in Europe? Culture played an important role in creating national consciousness. Language united people, local dialects were promoted to oppose foreign rule. तो क्वेश्चन आप समझ गए ना, कल्चर ने कैसे हेल्प किया नेशनलिज्म ग्रोथ होने में इन यूरोप. तो नंबर 1, कल्चर में क्या आता है, हमारी लैंग्वेज, हमारे फोक सॉन्ग, डांसेस एंड फोकलोर, ठीक है, रोमांटिक आर्टिस्ट वगैरह, ये सब जो होते हैं हमारे कल्चर है. तो लैंग्वेज ने कैसे किया, लैंग्वेज ने यूनाइट किया पीपल को, लोकल डायलेक्ट्स वर प्रमोटेड टू अपोज फॉरेन रूल. तो लोकल जो हमारी बोलियां होती हैं उसमें भी हमने फॉरेन रूल को अपोज किया. Folk song, folk dances, and folklore preserved the spirit of the nation. Romantic artists and poets glorified the nation and its past. National symbols like flags and allegories inspired unity. Music and art emotionally connected people to the idea of the nation. Therefore, culture became a powerful tool in promoting nationalism. Next question. Describe the process of unification of Germany. तो जर्मनी का यूनिफिकेशन कैसे हुआ? The unification of Germany was led by Otto von Bismarck, the chief minister of Prussia. किसने लीड किया था? Otto von Bismarck ने, जो कि क्या था? चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ प्रूशिया. Germany was divided into many states. Bismarck followed a policy of blood and iron. Blood and iron means war and diplomacy. ये पॉलिसी फॉलो की उसने. 3 wars were fought. कौन से? डेनमार्क के साथ, ऑस्ट्रिया के साथ और फ्रांस के साथ. विद डेनमार्क इन 1864, विद ऑस्ट्रिया इन 1866 एंड विद फ्रांस 1872-71. यानी ऑलमोस्ट 2 साल पे, 1.5 साल पे, 3 साल पे ये वॉर होते रहे. प्रूशिया इमर्ज्ड विक्टोरियस एंड यूनाइटेड द जर्मन स्टेट्स. प्रूशिया जीत गया तो क्या हुआ? यूनाइट किया जर्मन स्टेट्स को. In 1871, the German Empire was proclaimed at Versailles. 1871 में जब वॉर एंड हुआ तो जर्मन एम्पायर वाज प्रोक्लेम्ड एट वर्साइल्स. किस जगह पे? वर्साइल्स. एंड द किंग ऑफ प्रूशिया बिकेम द जर्मन एम्परर. जो प्रूशिया का किंग था क्या बन गया? जर्मन एम्परर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, एक्सप्लेन द रोल ऑफ द फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन इन द राइज ऑफ नेशनलिज्म इन यूरोप. Answer is the French Revolution of 1789 laid the foundation of nationalism in Europe. ऑलमोस्ट सेम क्वेश्चन है, सिर्फ थोड़ा सा चेंज आएगा फॉर्मेट में, अदरवाइज सेम क्वेश्चन है। तो फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन ने किस तरह से जो नेशनलिज्म यूरोप में रहा उसका फाउंडेशन किया? इट प्रोड्यूसेस it introduced the idea of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Number two, sovereignty was transferred from the monarch to the people of the nation. A sense of collective identity was created through national symbols like the tricolor flag. Feudal privileges were abolished, ensuring equality before law. Revolutionary ideas spread to other European countries through French armies. Next question. How did culture play an important role in the growth of nationalism in Europe? Culture. पहले भी देखा था. Once again, culture helped in creating national consciousness in Europe. Language became a medium to unite people. ये थोड़ा easy language में है पहले वाले से. Folk songs, folk tales, and dances promoted national spirit. Romantic artists and poets glorified the nation and its past. National symbols like allegories and flags inspired unity. Music and literature emotionally connected people to the idea of the nation. Next question. Describe the unification of Germany. 5 marks है. The unification of Germany was achieved under the leadership of Otto von Bismarck. पहले भी किया है क्वेश्चन, लेकिन थोड़ी इजी लैंग्वेज में और देख लेते हैं. Germany was divided into many states dominated by Prussia. Bismarck followed the policy of blood and iron. Wars were fought with Denmark, Austria, and France. Prussia emerged victorious and united the German states. In 1871, the German Empire was proclaimed at Versailles. Next question. Explain the meaning of liberalism in Europe. Liberalism was an important ideology in Europe. It stood for freedom of the individual. Equality before law was emphasized. It supported representative government. Abolition of feudal privileges was demanded. Freedom of speech and expression was promoted. Next question. Describe the role of Otto von Bismarck in German unification. अभी कर चुके हैं हम इसको. So I don't think इसको फिर से repeat करने की जरूरत है. Same causes हैं, same steps हैं. He was the chief minister of Prussia, you know that. Followed the policy of blood and iron. Used diplomacy and war to unite Germany. Defeated Austria and France. ठीक है, war किया, used diplomacy and war to unite Germany. United Germany under Prussian leadership. तो जर्मनी को यूनाइटेड कर दिया अंडर प्रूशियन लीडरशिप. नेक्स्ट है, व्हाट प्रॉब्लम्स डिड नेशनलिस्ट मूवमेंट्स फेस इन यूरोप? आंसर, nationalist movements faced many obstacles, that is, opposition from conservative rulers. Second, separation of freedom movements. Third, linguistic and cultural diversity. Fourth, conflicts between social groups, lack of unity among people. Next question, describe the unification of Italy. Germany is over, now Italy. Italy was unified through political and military efforts. Italy was divided into many states. Mazzini spread nationalist ideas. Cavour led the movement politically. Garibaldi united southern Italy. Italy became a nation in 1861, means before Germany. Next question. Explain the role of Giuseppe Mazzini. So, Giuseppe Mazzini was a revolutionary nationalist, founded Young Italy, believed in republicanism, spread nationalist ideas among youth, opposed monarchy and foreign rule, inspired Italian unification. Next question. Describe the role of culture in promoting nationalism in Europe. Culture promoted nationalism in Europe as follows. Common language united people, folk traditions preserved national identity. Romantic poets glorified the nation. National symbols inspired unity. आर्ट एंड म्यूजिक क्रिएटेड इमोशनल बॉन्डिंग। तो ये कल्चरल का रोल है, पहले भी कर लिया है हम। कई क्वेश्चन रिपीट हुए बच्चे, जिसपे आपको लैंग्वेज इजी लगे आप अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं उसे। हाउ वाज जर्मनी यूनिफाइड अंडर प्रूशियन लीडरशिप? किस तरह से जर्मनी को यूनिफाइड किया? दिस वी हैव डन, आई थिंक, डोंट नीड टू डू अगेन। यस, नेक्स्ट, चैप्टर 2, नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाट वाज द रॉलेट एक्ट? बच्चों ये चैप्टर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आपको, क्योंकि इसमें सारे नेशनल मूवमेंट्स हैं, ठीक है। तो ये चैप्टर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया, इसलिए तो इसके क्वेश्चन थोड़े हम ज्यादा करेंगे। फर्स्ट है, व्हाट वाज द रॉलेट एक्ट? आंसर, passed in 1999. Sorry, Rowlatt Act was passed in 1919. It allowed the British to arrest people without trial, curbing civic liberties. Next question, why did Gandhi start the non-cooperation movement? To protest against the Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and demand self-rule. Next question, what happened at Jallianwala Bagh? In 1919, General Dyer ordered firing on a peaceful gathering, killing hundreds of innocent people. Next, why was the non-cooperation movement withdrawn? It was withdrawn due to the violent incident at Chauri Chaura in 1922. What was the Salt March? Answer, in 1930, Gandhi led a march from Sabarmati to Dandi to break the Salt Law, launching civil disobedience movement. Next is, explain the causes of the non-cooperation movement. Answer, the non-cooperation movement was launched in 1920 due to several reasons. And the reasons are, first, Rowlatt Act 1990 allowed arrest without trial. Next is, Jallianwala Bagh massacre shocked the nation. And next is, failure of the British to keep promises made to Indians after World War I. Economic hardships due to high taxes and inflation, and Gandhiji believed non-violent non-cooperation could achieve Swaraj. Thus, these factors led to the launch of the movement. Next question is, why was the non-cooperation movement withdrawn? We have seen this question in short. Now, explain this. The sorry. The non-cooperation movement was withdrawn in 1922 because the movement turned violent in some places. At Chauri Chaura, a mob burned a police station, killing policemen. Gandhiji believed violence was against the principles of non-violence. He felt people were not ready for disciplined satyagraha. Hence, the movement was withdrawn to prevent further violence. Next question. Describe the Salt March and its significance. Answer is, the Salt March was an important event of the civil disobedience movement. On 12th March 1930, Gandhiji started the march from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi. He walked 240 kilometers with followers to break the salt law. Salt tax affected all Indians, especially the poor. Breaking the law symbolized defiance of British authority. It united people across regions and classes. The Salt March marked the beginning of mass civil disobedience. Next question. Explain the participation of different social groups in the civil disobedient movement. Answer is, number one, rich peasants wanted reduction in revenue, actively participated. Number two, poor peasants wanted rent remission but received little support. Third, business class supported the movement to end colonial restrictions. And women participated in large numbers, picketed shops and courts. Industrial workers' participation was limited due to economic insecurity. Thus, the movement had wide but uneven participation. Next question. Explain the causes of the non-cooperation movement. Answer is, the non-cooperation movement was launched due to the following reasons. Number one, Rowlatt Act 1919 curtailed civil liberties. Jallianwala Bagh massacre shocked the nation and failure of the British to fulfill wartime promises, economic hardships due to high taxes and inflation. Next is Gandhiji believed non-violent protest could achieve Swaraj. Next is why was the non-cooperation movement withdrawn? Again, 5 marks, but in different language, different format. The non-cooperation movement was withdrawn because the movement turned violent in some areas. The Chori Chora incident 1922 led to the killing of policemen. Gandhiji was against violence. He felt he felt people were not ready for disciplined non-violence. Continuing the movement would harm its moral strength. So these are the reasons for which non-cooperation movement was withdrawn. Next is describe the Salt March and its importance. The Salt March was a major event of the civil disobedience movement. Gandhiji started the march on 12th March 1930 from Sabarmati. So, आपको ये वन लाइनर क्वेश्चन भी बनता है. When did the Salt March was started? Gandhiji started the march on 12th March 1930 from Sabarmati. He walked 240 kilometers to Dandi. The salt law affected all Indians, especially the poor. Breaking the law symbolized defiance of British authority. It united people and marked mass participation. Explain the role of women in the Indian national movement. Again, women played an active role in the national movement. They participated in non-cooperation and civil disobedience movement. Women picketed liquor shops and foreign clothes. They attended meetings and processions. Many went to jail for the nation. They spread nationalist ideas within families and society. Next question. Explain the impact of the First World War on India. World War One. World War One deeply affected India in these ways. Number one, increase in defense expenditure, heavy taxes and inflation, forces recruit forced recruitment of soldiers, food shortages and hardships, growth of nationalist feelings, shortage of food and essentials. Describe the Rowlatt Satyagraha. Rowlatt Satyagraha was launched in 1919. The protest against the Rowlatt Act nationwide, hartals and strikes, participation of common people and British repression increased. Movement was withdrawn due to violence. What was the Khilafat movement? Answer is the Khilafat movement aimed to protect the caliphate launched by Muslim leaders supported by Gandhiji. Who was the Muslim leader? Khilafat movement started. They were Ali brothers, means Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, supported by Gandhiji, aimed to unite Hindus and Muslims, linked with non-cooperation movement and strengthened national unity. Explain the role of peasants in the civil disobedience movement. Answer is peasants actively participated in the movement. Number one, protested against high land revenue, demanded rent reduction, refused to pay taxes, joined rallies and protest movement gave them political awareness. Why did industrial workers not participate actively in civil disobedience? Industrial workers showed limited participation, fear of losing jobs. क्यों उन्होंने कम participate किया था? तो reasons are fear of losing jobs, economic insecurity. Congress did not include worker demands, lack of strong leadership, and dependence on British industries. Describe the causes of the non-cooperation movement. Answer is the causes were number one, Rowlatt Act 1919, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, failure of British promises, economic exploitation, Gandhiji's call for non-violence. ये हम पहले डिटेल में कर चुके हैं, ये पॉइंट में है सर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है बच्चों, आज इसको हम यही रोकते हैं क्योंकि वीडियो फिर बहुत बड़ा होने वाला है. अभी हमारा सेकंड चैप्टर चल रहा है ये, 3 चैप्टर और बाकी हैं। तो आप देख सकते हैं ये हाफ भी नहीं हुआ है अभी। नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम इसको पूरा कवर कर लेंगे। तो ऐसा करते हैं आज इसको यहीं रुकते हैं। आप देख सकते हैं इसमें और बहुत क्वेश्चन हैं अभी। ठीक है? तो नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम मिलते हैं। आप देख सकते हैं अभी इसके क्वेश्चन बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं। ओके, तो हम इसको नेक्स्ट वीडियो में कंप्लीट करते हैं। यू कैन सी हियर चैप्टर वाइज। तो इसको हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में कवर करेंगे। चलो, तो आप वीडियो को कमेंट कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए और शेयर कीजिए ताकि हमें थोड़ा मोटिवेशन मिले। बच्चों, एक वीडियो तैयार करने में बहुत मेहनत लगती है, तो हम आपके लिए ऐसे ही वीडियोस लाते रहे। एटलीस्ट आप हमें मोटिवेट तो कर ही सकते हैं, लाइक शेयर कर सकते हैं। हम आपसे फीस नहीं मांग रहे हैं अभी, फ्री वीडियोस हैं, आप आराम से देखिए। लेकिन लाइक शेयर से आपका कुछ नहीं जाएगा, तो लाइक शेयर तो आप कर ही सकते हैं। चलिए नेक्स्ट वीडियो मिलते हैं। बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन बाकी है लेकिन हम इसको नेक्स्ट वीडियो में कंप्लीट कर देंगे। ओके, चलिए, थैंक यू।